To all of my heroes, near and far. As I close out of today's episode of Heroes Have Scars, I would like to leave you all with some encouraging words. Who I was yesterday and who I will be tomorrow are three different people. I am growing and glowing in my essence. My potential is limitless, and my commitment to myself is unbreakable. I am creating my own path, and I am walking in it with joy. I am conquering my fears and becoming stronger each day. I've learned to trust the process and not rush the process. I choose healing over pain, and despite any challenges, I will have a good day because it's my choice. Heroes have scars. I am Coach Lyfe.
Hey, 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 how are y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspire Interviews, and I am your host, the Plum Queen. That was so dope. I gotta step my intro game up. How you doing, sis? Say
Um,
hey, Coach Lyfe.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm very honored and truly blessed to be across your platform. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you, thank you. It's our duty and our pleasure. Oh
Mhm.
well, Coach, like I told you, this is your show. But just to let everybody know, I met this sister a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of
A
weeks
couple
ago.
of weeks ago.
Yeah, and she was wonderful to invite me to her podcast, Heroes Have Scars, and that experience was amazing. So I had to bring that on over here to Ampspire Media. So
Right.
I appreciate
Reciprocity.
your time and your energy. All
Thank you.
right, we're gonna get straight into it. Tell us who you are, who's Coach Lyfe, and segue that into Heroes Have Scars. You have the
All
floor.
right. Awesome. Well, thank you again. It's a pleasure being here. I'm Coach Lyfe. Coach Lyfe is a life certified life coach, a mom of four, a resilient person of all aspects of life. I'm a survivor of a gunshot to the back of the head 23 years ago. That's what pretty much inspired me to start Heroes Have Scars. Is actually the title of a book, but I was kind of getting stagnated and I took advantage of the free platform and just decided to let me put this into a podcast because not all scars are visible, but I know that there are so many people out there who have incredible stories and just need a platform for inspiration, motivation, and information purposes. So I'm just blessed to have that platform to have like-minded individuals come across and share their unique stories.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate that service because that is a service that you are providing and it is much needed.
Yes, it is.
So can you tell us a little bit about your story? You just mentioned that you got shot. Can you give us a little bit more details about that?
Of course. So around when I was 17, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey,
New York in the house. So it was a random Thursday, August 19th to be exact, 9 o'clock. We were outside. Everyone was getting prepared for like the block, the days that we have when you celebrate, the neighborhood day. Some random guys came through. Um, they were in gangs. So the area that I used to live in was like Crip neighborhood. So some guys came through on a bike. I was shot in the back of my head. 11-year-old boy, my neighbor, he was shot in the neck. He passed away. And another guy was shot in the back. So only the 11-year-old boy, he had passed away. I spent 11 days in the hospital, 4 days in ICU, 7 days in room, my own personal room. I came home. I lost my peripheral vision. I have epilepsy. I fractured my skull. I have a scar in the back of the head, 33 staples, 6 stitches. I fractured my collarbone, but I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I showed up and it took time. It wasn't easy. So I'm not going to, pretend that it was easy. It was a journey. So through my trauma, through my adversity, I found myself. I was very angry for a very long time. I didn't notice the importance of losing a peripheral vision. So I was told that I wouldn't be able to drive, I wouldn't be able to have children. I have four beautiful, intelligent children from all ages, even down to three, from ages 20 to 3. I got my driver's license. I'm on the road. So there's only one thing that I have to do now, and that's drive. I mean, excuse me, that's swim. So I had to learn how to swim because they said I wasn't going to be able to learn how to swim. So the doctors is wrong about that. Yep. So that's who I am. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? You are my heroine. I know this look crazy, but I don't know what that feels like. That is just an amazing story to have survived that.
Yes.
You were throwing out some numbers on there. You said you was in the hospital for 11 days, and you said something about 4 weeks and 7 days. That's 11, 11, and then so you just got God and
Mm-hmm.
universe all over you, sis. So I commend you. You're my hero.
Thank
Okay,
you.
like,
Mhm.
no excuses. There's no
No
excuses.
excuses at all. Mhm.
Okay, so you say you have 4 children. How has with dealing with that? How has that affected you being a mom and teaching them and things of that nature?
Well, for me, I think it had its up and down. One, because the times when I did have episodes, when I had seizures, it made me feel powerless because I had my children had to watch me in those moments where there's nothing that they can do. When you have a seizure, it's like I would compare it to like kind of suffocating somebody holding your nose and covering your mouth. There's nothing that they can do. I have partial seizures so that I'm able to let them know when I'm going to have a seizure. And also, there was times where, but on the flip side, it allowed me to teach them things when I wasn't able to get out the bed. So my children know how to cook, they know how to clean, So I gave them some fundamentals that, God forbid, when it's my time, because we all have to go, that they are equipped with some life, jewels that they will definitely need how to do. But it has its bumps and curves. I think because my son is the oldest, he's more quiet. So I think it probably had more of an impact on them more so than on him, more so than my daughters because they were younger. But for him to see it, experience, he's the firstborn. But they're really good with it. They already know. They like, you acting a little up, your sugar must be low. Let me get you some orange juice. So they already know what time it is. When I get the little cranky and they like, Mom, your sugar low, what's wrong with your eye? Your eye look kind of low. So they definitely know. They definitely help me out. They are definitely my little guardian angels.
Shout out to the babies. And it just shows you how, things that can happen, you feel like it's a tragedy, but it sets you up.
Yes, it
You know what I'm
does.
saying? For success, because now your children are equipped. There's a lot of people who don't teach their kids things simply because they feel like, they're going to get older, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. But then you have things that happen in your life that show you that anything can happen. So you should always be prepared.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, your children are got a step ahead. A lot of folks, because I know some kids like that. I know some that if something happened to their parents today,
Yeah, they know how to take care of one another, and they will definitely know how to take care of themselves.
and that is what's up.
Mhm.
Okay, so exactly when did you start your podcast, and what was the thing that made you say you wanted to do this? Because I had my moment for when I started my podcast. So when was your moment that said, you know what, I'm going to do this?
Well, last year I took a small business course class, and during the class, everyone had their own ideas. Some people were doing childcare, some people were doing hair, but I know for myself, like I know I like to speak, I know I like to talk, and I know that whenever I'm connected with someone, communicating, I get this connection with. I know the connectivity. So as I was doing the class, the person was facilitating. I said, you know what? Being that social media is a free platform, I want to do a podcast. And she told me, oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do a podcast. You have to feature on other people. You have to put yourself out there. You have to make a name for yourself. And that didn't sit right with me. And I'm like, here it is, somebody who's facilitating a class and telling me what I cannot do. And I've been told what I cannot do from the past. So that really motivated me. I'm like, you know what? Let me do some research. Let me go to Google University. Let me figure out what it is that I need to do. I'm like, you know what? I'm a bottom mic because I believe in, speaking things into existence. I got my microphone. I had my equalizer. I'm like, I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna do this from scratch. You know what? Ain't nobody gonna teach me. I was asking questions to various people that I might have came across, and I just, say, I know that there are so many people who are out there who have tenacious stories and are looking to just exhale and just, spill it out, not suffocate any longer. And I said, you know what? I prayed, I meditated on it, and I said, I just want to come up because I've been stuck with my book. I've been writing the book since for years. And I'm like, you know what could be the title of my podcast? I'm like, you know what? I'm still going to use that heroes have scars because so many people have scars and not all scars are physical, but there are so many people who have scars. And I was like, you know what? I just came up. I just went on Facebook. I started getting Zoom. I started getting all the applications. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to face my fears. Then, self-critiquing myself, being on camera, like, oh, I don't like the way I talk and, different things like that. But I'm going to just do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, you can hear my New York accent. I was critiquing myself all the time, but I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy just meeting people and just knowing that other people are just inspired. And it's just a ripple effect. What you put out to the universe, it will come back to you. You'll start attracting people from all, you just be somewhere else and just mention something and they just talking about a podcast. You just attract what it is that you desire.
I'm so glad you said that. So somebody else can tell these folks because I try to tell them all the time. The energy you put out is what you get back. Like that's how you found me. I have just been putting out the energy, posting what I need to post. Just popped up. Them hashtags are real important.
They were
very important.
Yes, they do.
And I love that you just did it because that was the same with me. I have no media experience, speaking experience, none of that. I didn't go to school for any of this. I kind of just had a story and I knew I had a purpose and this was a free platform to do it. So I was like, let me go on here. And because I'm not Oprah yet, I always wanted to be Oprah. I felt like Oprah, when you think about Black excellence and, being a woman, that's the person you want to be. And I figured, well, I'm not her yet, so I can't make the type of difference that she makes. I can start somewhere.
It's not true. Because your energy is vibrant. Like, even from the first day that I met you, like, your energy is all the way up here. Everybody that I introduced you to, like, before you even came on the show, I was like, I got this somebody coming on, Plum Queen. Her energy is all the way up here. And it's funny that you mentioned Oprah. I went to Oprah, the Life You Want tour in New Jersey years ago. And that's when I first saw Iyala. And I was like, I'm supposed to be on that stage. There were some other people, other races and nationalities out there. And I was like, oh, okay. But they didn't get... the connection wasn't there. It was when Iyala and Oprah were speaking. I mean, you couldn't hear a pin drop, but I was like, you know what? I need to step into my purpose. They gave us a handbook to write out and I just had it. And I'm a person, like, I'm always writing things down and saving it and then going back and, just juggling and balancing mom life and work life and, stuff like that. But definitely Oprah did inspire me when I went to that Life You Want tour. And that was like in 2012 or something like that.
Okay. Now, I personally have, different thought processes about her now. But what I will say is she's definitely, she has given us an example.
Yes.
Of what we can potentially be. And I feel like I don't need to be like Oprah. I need to be like Plum Queen.
Exactly.
This is great, you know what I'm saying? And she is, and just doing it in my own light. And Iyanla, I love Iyanla. I don't care what they say about her, how they feel about how she got stuff going on. Which is why I see myself as an accountability. I see her as an accountability coach more so than a therapist.
Yeah.
Because she makes you get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, you get to that core.
You get to the core problem. Ain't nobody got time to be putting around with you. We go get to the point. So absolutely. You're just so amazing. I have a few questions. Where do you see heroes with scars, you know what I'm saying, going, what exactly do you want for your platform?
I want for my platform to reach, so many, I wouldn't say like on an international level. I want people all over, different time zone and different walks of life to say that, what I've been through, is not my responsibility, but it is my responsibility to react and thrive after, because we all can survive after what happened to us, but I want people to thrive. That's the purpose of Heroes Have Scars, to learn how to thrive after what you've been through.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thriving. Don't Mary J. Blige got a new song out.
Yeah.
We don't come. We're surviving because we thriving. Don't fuck here. Sorry, you can give my cut, Mary. I sang it for you. But yeah, no, absolutely. Like that's what my platform is about. This, me and you, we gonna figure this out. We
Yeah,
gotta
we
figure
are.
out how to inspire heroes with scars. We gonna have to figure that on out.
We gotta make a collaboration, definitely. The universe aligned us together for a reason.
Absolutely, because that's exactly, what I'm saying, what we're trying to push here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, everyone can survive anything. I mean, just our people and, what I'm saying,
Yes.
things that we've survived.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But thriving is a different situation. That looks so different.
Yes.
And that's what we need. That's what we need to be striving for now.
Mm-hmm.
We have to thrive after the fact.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, what actually do you look for? You know what I'm saying? Because you go searching for guests and things of that nature. What do you look for in a hero?
When I'm looking for my heroes, I am looking for those who are telling their story, but with a message. One who can own and know their purpose and just tap in and just say, you know what, this is what, when I found you, I was inspired and I was encouraged by your story, because not only did you just say like, hey, here's a picture of me, look at me, I lost my arm, but it came with like energy was felt behind it. It's just like you embrace your scars. A lot of time we hide and we are ashamed for whatever reason that we go through things, and we just kind of downplay it and we just kind of roll with it. But when I saw you and other individuals who I had guests on the show, I look for those who say, this is what I've been through, but I'm not there anymore. And I'm looking to help. I want to reach back and I want to help others who've been through similar stories, or, even their own unique stories, but it's life after. So it doesn't just stop there. Like, not just having pity. Like, I just want people to feel sorry for what I've been through, but, tell their story and own up to it. That's what I look for in a hero.
Okay. Absolutely. So what you saying that made me think, where does your strength come from? People ask me that a lot. So let me ask somebody else. Where do you get the strength to thrive?
Where do I get the strength to thrive? I think my children, my family, my circle, that my support system. I don't have a big support system, but the quality is far more important to me than the quantity of support. My children, my son's father, just moving down here, my mother, and it seems like people that I've met along the lines are understanding and are more like-minded than people that I've known for years, right? There's no shade or no slide to anyone that I've known, but I've outgrown. They say, if you want to grow and you want to fly, you got to let go of the shit that was holding you down. Excuse me. So I feel, okay. So I just feel like the people that I've met now in my later journey are people who are more like-minded, right? Because I don't want to sit around and talk about things that I have done in the past, the hanging out in the neighborhood and stuff like that, because what am I getting from that? What is my purpose? How am I being fulfilled by doing those same things? So the people that I've met, my children, and there's so many people that I didn't even expect that look forward to me to, like, you got it. This is your push. We support you in any way, whether it be various agencies like the HOC, the Section 8 out here, like they sponsored me. Like they pay for my business license, like and I don't even know them in a physical. I only know them through virtually, and they really push forward. Like, whatever it is that you need, we got you. And my support comes from not even like my close family and stuff like that, and that's all right, because I've learned that no support is all the support that you need, because it motivated me. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are kindred spirits. Yes, we are. That was a hard lesson that I had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
that the people that I assumed
Yes.
are supposed to support me don't.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Because
Yeah.
like I said, when there's no support, it teaches you you either
Yeah.
gonna hold them or fold them. So I had to hold them
Exactly.
and put that energy out. The universe, God, however you want
Yeah.
to say it, is going to bring to you whom is supposed to be for you. Our platforms are for those it's supposed to be for.
Yes. That
And
is.
so I keep my eyes on that, and we keep it moving.
Yeah. Don't go back.
All right. So what else? What else can I ask you? Because I don't want to take up all your
No,
time.
you got. I'm here. I'm yours. I'm
All right. I like to hear that now. I like to hear that now. Okay. So what would you tell somebody if they were to ask you how to go about? Because a lot of people say, okay, someone said this to me earlier about things being easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about healing and growing and stuff like that. What do you say to people who say that, about certain behaviors or things that they want to change? The easier said is done. I would like to hear how you feel about that.
Well, my feelings about that is that whatever you put in your mind, you can be, do, and have whatever it is. So I believe that things start of how your perception on life, what it is that you want to obtain, how it sets the tone, it sets the mood. Or if you feel in pity and you feel sorry and you feel down and out, that's what you're going to draw. If you put into your mind and you just take it one step at a time. It's 86,400 seconds in a day. We all have the same time that we're dealing with. It's how we handle the time that we are dealt with. I like to say that people in California are 3 hours behind us, but it doesn't mean that they slower than us, but they're just on a different timing. Don't measure yourself to other people's ruler. So you got to just say, this is the hand that I was dealt with, and this is how I'm going to play it, because I don't like to compare traumas. I never say that because I got shot in the back of my head and just say for you lost the arm, like, oh, I'm stronger than you or you stronger than me, because, you are as strong as what you were handed with, and I'm as strong as the thing that was handed to me. So I never compare trauma. So we all are unique and we all have a tenacious story, and you just take it for what it is. Don't compare yourself to anyone else.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, earlier you mentioned of a book. Did you write that book yet, or is it just in the making and the
It's in the making, and for years everybody was like, "What's going on with your book? What's going on with your book?" And I don't know what. I need some accountability coach. I need an accountability coach because I do good with somebody's like, where you at with it? How far are you along? Because I get the writing and then I get distracted, with other things. And that's like my biggest pet peeve. But it's there. It's there because can't nobody tell my story but me. And I know that, once I put it out there, just the same way how I jumped on this, but I had accountability coach when I started my podcast. So, and I shouldn't have to need someone to, keep their foot on my neck just to, for me to tell my story. But it has its challenges. Sometimes I do my self-editing. Oh, this don't sound right. I critique it too much and everything, trying to be a perfectionist. But I know that, and I do believe that when whatever it is that you put out to the universe, so I will come across somebody who does editing, or something like that where I can tell my story. And I have it right there. It's just sitting there on the shelf looking like, hello, publish, Amazon, free. You know that.
Well, I can't be too hard on you because folks been telling me to write a book about myself for years. Now, my excuse is
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like my story is ready to be told. As far as I still feel like I'm young. I still feel like I haven't accomplished a lot just quite yet to be writing a book about it. That's just how, because when I think about people who write books and stuff like that, unless you went through something just outrageously crazy to tell that story, I feel, it's like your memoir when you're 70 and 80 years old and you done live this long, life. So now you about, you got all the chapters and stuff. That I feel like that's what I'm waiting for me to actually. I know people tell me all the time. I help people all the time, whether they tell me or not. My presence, all that stuff helps. But you just think about like Oprah, she gave such and so to this school and she created such and so. And, I feel like, and I need to, I guess, me speaking this right now, is me
Wow.
talking this
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Record it so you can play it back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like would be the time, to do that when I have true accomplishments, you know what I'm saying, to say.
But
But
you know what? You have a bunch of podcasts. It's like your energy is all the way up. Like everyone on my show was like, "Oh, we love her." Yeah, so awesome. Like you adding more accomplishments is just gonna add to another book, like Life After. So
you're right.
too. That's hard too. Like, look, I could push and motivate you, but for myself, I get it. That's not my same stance, but I get being in your head and just thinking other things. That's how I am. Like, oh, you know what? How much of the book am I gonna tell? Am I just gonna tell the story of the 17-year-old girl who was shot in the head, or do I talk about the motherhood? Things always happening. Do I add this part, or do I break it down? So I think if I had a chance to sit down with someone who actually wrote a book and who's like in that profession and they can just kind of guide me, I think that's when, because I can write erotic books. I'm in the process of writing an erotic book. I gave myself 90 days and it flows natural. I want to write a children's book. I'm not going to say I want to. I am going to write a children's book because my youngest son, he was diagnosed with autism. So I could write a kid's book on autism. So there's a lot of that for, I don't know if it's the universe or people.
You are the third children's book author that I have come across within the last couple of months. This idea, and matter of fact, it's going to be our copyright right on here because it's recording this live. I want on my channel to almost have like story time, like Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
I want my own Reading Rainbow, you know what I'm saying, on the channel with, Black authors.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna happen. Y'all heard it right here first. Yeah, because that is I know a lot of children, you know what I'm saying? My nephew has autism. I know a lot of children, who have that. And yeah, that will definitely dope. Another sister I know, she has a children's book with a plus size little girl.
That's good.
Called Chloe's Big Self-Esteem.
Oh, wow.
It's what I'm saying, it's history making. Like when I was a big girl my whole life, so as a child, so if I'd have had something like that, it probably would have changed a generation. So I love you guys for this. Let's keep this coming. And then I will possibly, probably get the guts to go on and start that volume one, because you gave me a great idea. Life is in sections. It reminds me of the Lord of the Rings. You got Bilbo's version, and you got Frodo's, and it's supposed to carry. So I could do that.
You could do it. You could do it.
You can do that.
You're done.
All right. So, what advice would you give anybody that has gone through what you've been through, as far as your injuries and things of that nature? Because I don't know too many people who have survived, your type of injury. So again, you are my hero. So what advice would you give somebody in that situation?
I would say for anyone who have experienced like any type of trauma when it comes to gun violence, is that it was not your fault. And through your adversity, there are people out there who support you, and just take it one day at a time. Believe in yourself, trust the process, don't rush the process. You don't have to live in bondage. You don't have to suffocate yourself for what happened to you. You are not responsible, but you are responsible for how you react to it and how you learn to thrive after. It's not easy. Nothing worth having is worth easy. And obstacles and adversities are put in place to wean out the weak. And not to say like physically weak, but just weak in a sense of getting back up and dusting yourself off. and come on over. It's room. It's crowded at the bottom, to be like everyone else and just wallop in what happened to you. It's crowded at the bottom. It's so much room at the top. And you will feel so much better. You will have to rescue yourself. You have to rescue yourself because we are not what happened to us. And all heroes have scars, and some are invisible and some aren't.
Ashe. Okay, and leading after that, what would you advise people to do who are in a space that want to do something with their life? They're ready to thrive and they just don't know how to start. What advice would you give them?
I would say reach out, tell your story, share it, because once you put things out to the universe, you will naturally gravitate to other like-minded individuals. It doesn't have to be someone who experienced the same situation that you did, but you will experience so much harmony with others who are similar to what it is that you're looking for. So if you're looking for peace and joy and happiness and you want to thrive and you want to tell your story and put it out there are people who are out there who are looking for similar, and use social media as a free platform. Come on over to Heroes Have Scars. There's a bunch of you. Come on over to AMPspire. There's a bunch of people out there who are willing. You don't have to go for the big names. Those people are out there. They're making money. We are doing this for passion, compassion, love. This is all genuine. I'm not sitting here. I don't get paid for, Heroes Have Scars. I do that because that is what my heart thrives for. That is me living in my purpose. I'm not doing it for nothing and gaining, eventually, hopefully, it will grow to a larger platform. But I'm a certified life coach. I'm a clinical mentor. Like, I do this for life. I literally do this. This is not something that I just say, I'm taking advantage of a free platform and, just gather people information, being nosy. No, I operate from a place of integrity. This is who I am.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about that. You being a life coach, like, let's talk about how did that start? When did that start? And because I am not an official coach, it's just what I was born to do.
And likewise, well, the good thing about being a life coach is that there are no credited things that you need. I did get my certification. However, I've been life coaching people for such a long time. I always was that person that people will call me like, well, what do you think about this? Or, it's just experiencing certain situations and they calling me and I'm just building people up and not even realizing what I was doing because it comes natural. But as far as being a life coach, it's good. It's a rewarding feeling knowing that you have an impact in someone's lives. A lot of time people get a life coach and a therapist and counselor mixed up. A life coach is there to support you and just whatever your goals are, whether you just want to, you have health and wellness life coach. You have different type of life coaches that are there to support you. You come up with your goals and, you talk about what it is that you want to do right now from the moment of where you are, not going back because we're not, certified to dig in and give any clinical advice technically, but whatever it is that you want to share, the part of your life that you want to share and that you want to work on, that's what a life coach is here to do. And I'm on it. Right now I work with adolescents out in DC and the young girls that are marginalized neighborhoods and who have adjudication issues, getting suspended in school. That's what I work with them, just building up, just being resilient, just empowering, because I didn't really have that. I grew up in the streets. I grew up around around the way girl, just hanging out with the guys and everything, and I didn't really have no one that I can talk to on a positive to steer me like, hey, this is gonna happen if you don't do this. It was like trial and error thing. So for me to be able to give back is an honor.
Absolutely. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up because that's exactly what I want to do. I've been love my whole life and been trying to find several different ways to to facilitate that talent, and that gift. And I will say you should be getting paid for Heroes Have Scars. I'm not telling you just go on and charge for it, but it's a service that you are providing. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it takes money to make things grow. So you can go on a bigger scale. We got to support things like this. We want change in the world. So we have to start supporting and putting our finance and backing to those things to help those out, because what you do, what we do is life changing.
Yes,
it's not just we're selling you some furniture that if you take good care of it, it'll last you a long time. These are life changing. This will change the life of the generations after you. Your children, their children's children's children. So yeah, and at some point that should be compensated for. It's
Yeah.
something that I've had to learn, and I'm still be saying it, and so I'm saying it to myself too. I feel the same way. It's hard to, balance the two of wanting to help, but also helping yourself so you can continue.
Sustainable, yeah, that's right. Someone did introduce me to, doing sponsor stuff and everything like that. And I kind of just I didn't take it. I'm not gonna say I didn't take it serious. I kind of dragged along with it. I'm like, you know what? Every Wednesday at 7 or 8 o'clock, this is my show. This is what I'm doing, and I know like I have to put forth like the effort. So the information is out there. So I'm definitely gonna start doing. I have the leverage. I have the time where I can start, reaching out to sponsors and extracting my audios and things like that. I know what to do, but because I know that I'm operating in a place of integrity and I'm doing this helping breaking generational traumas, generational curses. And it's something that is fulfilling for me. It's therapeutic for me as well, So to capitalize off of it, definitely. That's, definitely have to go that route as well. And like you said, it is furniture. It's internal furniture, that's internal furniture that we selling. Yeah. You need something sustainable.
Right. Got to fit, and it got to fit right.
You gotta put pieces together.
Right, right, you right. Can't
Mhm.
argue with the truth. All right, love. So I'll let you go. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been busy. You got to go out there and find some more heroes.
Mhm.
So tell us exactly how, what I'm saying, we can either watch Heroes Have Scars, be guests on Heroes Have Scars, and how can people come to you for your life coaching services?
Definitely, you can check Heroes Have Scars out on Facebook. There's a Facebook group. It's called Heroes Have Scars. On Instagram, I am the letter I am Coach Lyfe. You can check us out there. Every week I upload a Zoom link, or you could tap in, stream it through Facebook, or you can stream it. I think I'm actually going to start doing on YouTube as well, because Facebook, they put up disclaimers saying that they're going to stop streaming or podcast streaming. So right now we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram, and feel free to send me a DM or a message on Facebook if you would like to be a guest. I welcome all, those who would like to share their positive story on a platform.
All right. So Heroes Have Scars on Facebook. I was trying to go in the back.
Okay.
It wasn't
Heroes
working.
Have Scars. Okay, that's fine.
On Instagram, she is I'm_Coach Lyfe
Mm-hmm.
on IG. So check her out there. It's a dope. She has a dope audience. And saying the energy on her show is amazing as well. You are going to enjoy yourself,
Yes,
and you know what I'm saying, you're going to be out there fulfilling your purpose. So absolutely hit her up.
that's right. And also I'm sorry. Also, you can check out my website, heroeshavescars.life, Life. You can send me a message. You can put, check out the website to authenticate exactly what it is that we do on there. And I look forward to meeting new people and, sharing our stories. We could all fly high together. I want to be around team high beams. I don't want to be around people where we got to squint. Let's team high beams, come through. Let's shine together.
Yes,
Each
ma'am.
one to each one. That's right. Reach back.
Well, I'm definitely going to be reaching back out to you, because I definitely this conversation has gotten so many ideas in my brain that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna make this happen.
Right. Keep each
All
other.
right.
Mhm.
Do this. So I appreciate your time and your energy. Love, love, love you. Okay, and you keep being a heroine. You keep going out there. Okay.
All right. All right. Take care, guys. All right. Bye bye.
That was amazing. Coach Lyfe is amazing. So, of course, guys, if you are interested in watching her platform, please go to Heroes Have Scars on Facebook. It is super dope. It's every Wednesday. And also, again, check her out on IG at I'm_Coach Lyfe. All right. So that was a super dope interview. Make sure that you guys check this out on Roku TV. AMPspire Media Network is on Roku TV now. Make sure you download it. I'm excited. This has been going all over nationally. I'm getting some great feedback. I really appreciate everyone who has been tuning in, and getting all of this inspiration. All right. I want to give a little update because I was supposed to launch our A Helping Hand talk therapy services last month, but there are some things that I have to work out. I have to make sure that as well as protecting you all, I have to also protect myself. So there's certain things that I need to set in place to make sure that that is the best environment for everyone involved. So I will continue to give you updates on that. If you would join on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Environment of AMPspire. Okay, Environment of AMPspire. That is where you will get all the updates for that service, as well as getting a daily dose of answeration. That is my group, you know what I'm saying, for just quotes, you know what I'm saying, videos, whatever it is, for you to vent, for you to talk, whatever it is, that is supposed to be, again, an environment for AMPspire. So join that, you know what I'm saying, if you're interested in the helping hand therapy talk therapy services. We'll say that 5 times and let it roll off the tongue. All right. But I love, love, love y'all. I appreciate your time and your energy. Make sure every Saturday you tune in to our Soul Sister Therapy Childhood Trauma podcast. A lot of what we talked about today definitely bleeds into that. So make sure you tune in, because we are out here. We are breaking generational curses. You know, we are out here breaking these cycles. And I want these podcasts to all evolve. You know what I'm saying? A year or so from now, I don't want to be talking about childhood trauma. I want to be talking post childhood trauma, thriving after the fact. Okay, so make sure you tune in on Saturdays so you can help us get there. On Sundays, we have our Talk on Passive during the afternoon. That is the dopest company in the world. It is the last resource that you will ever need for your business. You can catch all of those episodes and all of the presentations on AMPspire Media Network. Okay, if you are a business owner and you are looking, you know what I'm saying, to have as much help as possible, if you want to have passive income, if you want to be just as passive as you want to be in your business, but still, you know what I'm saying, make it right. Make sure it keeps going. Make sure you have everything that you need. You need to check out what we got going on passive. So you will definitely see that on Sundays. And then on Sunday nights, we have Sundays with Spirits. Ooh, I need some water. With 33 Master Teacher. If you know, I'm trying to bring spirituality to television. Every time I see anything that has to do with spirituality is religious. You know, you have it, it doesn't matter, you know, what religion it is, you can definitely find those things on television. So I want to bring, you know, spirituality to the situation. So if you are into tarot, if you were ever thinking about it, if it ever crossed your mind to see what it's about, that'll be the perfect show for you to watch. I throw my little comical plump queen spin on that to make it a little bit more relatable. But at the end of the day, everything we do here is about healing, about prospering and thriving, as Coach Lyfe said earlier. Okay, and make sure you always check out our AMPspire Media interviews. And I am going to be on a regular basis coming up with our Tell Truth Vision segment. I've been kind of just popping up whenever I feel like it, you know what I'm saying, whenever something, you know, comes to me. But now we're going to be a little bit more structured. There's a lot to talk about. So I'm going to make sure that once a week I come in here and give y'all these simple truths of Punk Queen. So y'all look out for that. All right. That is all that I have. I want to thank everyone again who has downloaded and has been watching the channel. Everyone that has bought some merch. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Go to AMPspire Apparel at Shopify. Okay. Get your AMPspire apparel and merch. We got shirts, we got leggings, we got hoodie. All that stuff is in there. I got a photo shoot to do so I can, you know, show it in a great light. But make sure you check out our apparel, because our mission, you know what I'm saying, with our clothing line is to pretty much help people get through their adversities and thrive afterward. It is supposed to be the embodiment, you know what I'm saying, of that concept. Okay, so love, love, love y'all. That's all I've got. We will check you on the next go round. You are very welcome, sis. We appreciate you for being on here. And I cannot wait to have you on again. And you know what I'm saying, to see all this collaborating, and we're going to do all this Black girl magic we're going to have popping on there. All right. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I love, love, love y'all. And of course, as always, be inspired. Peace.